Hundreds of news outlets and social networks have vanished from the Russian web since Russia began its invasion of Ukraine in February. And while many can still access these sites using VPNs, others are turning to Russian-owned alternatives as the country cracks down on dissent over the war.
Начиная от Инстаграма и заканчивая другими, находятся в Соединенных Штатах Америки. Понятно, их используют как оружие. Несут рознь, ложь. Мы должны этому противостоять, защитить вооруженные силы.
Russian citizens are enthusiastic social media users. In October of last year, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok and Instagram had a combined 200 million users. But with many of these now restricted, banned or at risk of being outlawed completely, what platforms will Russian users migrate to?
Obviously, what we can see, migration of the public to different platforms. Some decided that they're going to go to VKontakte, for instance, which is similar platform to Facebook, but obviously it has a completely different demographic group. It has significantly more exposure to governmental control, including the fake news and other kind of phenomena related to that. And it's not as attractive. It's not as kind of prestigious. If you think about younger generation, which use Instagram and Facebook for self-promotion, monetization, VKontakte or Одноклассники, they are not platforms which were linked to this prestigious, progressive young audience. So right now, the younger audience considering what to do, both in terms of economic monetization, what to do, but at the same time security and safety.
We probably should expect also that celebrities who were relying on Instagram to make money will also rely on domestic alternatives if advertisement will only be possible on them. That means that once again, the country will be shifting towards this digital iron curtain where it's domestic platforms, domestic entertainment, domestic discourses that are state approved, and less access to, in this case, real information about what's going on. People will be in more and more informational isolation. In all instances where I have seen influential people or popular people, celebrities, politicians, saying their goodbyes on the global giants, they offer a link or a QR code to their Telegram channel. So that gives me a conclusion that a lot of the people are now using Telegram as a simple go-to alternative for now. Of course, when the state will react also and will develop more alternative, let's say, we will have to wait and see who it will be picked up by and whether people will have trust in it or not.
Still, while Russia does have some native social network alternatives, experts believe the country will struggle to fill the gap left by global giants in the immediate term.
If you talk about alternatives, I think at this stage it's exceptionally difficult at a short notice to create anything independently functioning. Let's say China, when it started kind of using its own model in relation to the internet, it was functioning at a completely different stage. Now for Russia, it is a bit too late. And as I said, it's quite a short notice to create independent, self-sufficient platforms. So many specialists, they don't really expect Russia to follow the steps of China. But at this current stage, it's very difficult to say what, in terms of new platforms, if they're going to be emerging, what it's going to be, how it's going to be regulated. So I guess we are at completely open point where it can go either way, depending on the development of situation in Europe and also technical capacity and capability of Russian IT sector and related sectors. So it's not improbable and not unrealistic, but at this current stage in time, it's not something which we would kind of witness.